Hey there, Devonshire. How are you? This is Gabriel Lamette, and this is
Rachel Gaffman, the community manager.
All right, so we are excited that you guys decided to join us for this episode of CCMC and Me, where we get an opportunity to tell you about important things here in Devonshire. And so what we were thinking about when we were looking at our content for this episode was to talk about what we would say has been our most relevant calls that have come in to the association team here. And so, Rachel, tell me a little bit about what you've been hearing about most.
I would say recently is parking.
Okay.
We have several neighbors that are emailing me due to where neighbors are deciding to park.
Okay.
But I want to start off first by saying that we have had several unauthorized vehicles parked in the clubhouse parking lot. So we do ask that residents do not use the parking lot for their parking spaces.
Yes, and that was for several days that they were parked there. Right.
It was more than overnight.
Right.
And the second thing I want to touch on is to just let homeowners know what the rule for parking in the street is in Devonshire.
Okay.
And that rule is there are no rules.
Okay.
So the only thing that we would be able to enforce would be if a vehicle is inoperable.
Okay.
And the only inoperable vehicles, or the only way that we can determine if a vehicle is inoperable is if the car has a flat.
Okay.
If the inspection sticker or the registration sticker is invalid.
Okay.
Or if it obviously just cannot be moved, if it's on blocks. If the vehicle is wrecked, it doesn't necessarily make it inoperable to the point where the association can step in.
Okay.
Just because it's ugly doesn't mean it's inoperable. We do ask that residents be courteous of your neighbor and, don't block their sidewalk, don't block the fire hydrants, the stop signs, but we as the association have no authority to enforce any of that.
Okay.
So if you have an issue where your neighbor is blocking a fire hydrant or your sidewalk, your driveway, you would be able to contact the non-emergency.
Okay.
And maybe see what street laws are being violated.
Yes.
Because unfortunately, we can't do anything.
Right.
They are allowed to park anywhere in the association. So if they live 2 streets over and they park in front of your home, legally we can't do anything.
Right.
We can ask everyone to just be courteous and be a good neighbor. And, if you need to utilize the space in front of someone's home, we always recommend knocking on the door.
Yeah.
And just kind of giving them a heads up, but they don't have to, and we can't knock.
So there's no obligation on that. Okay.
Right. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it's very hard and it's very frustrating. I have a lot of frustrated homeowners that are emailing me about it, and I hate to tell them that there's nothing that I can do, but the reality of the situation is that I cannot step in. We can't make phone calls for something that is not in the bylaws or the governing documents for us to enforce.
Wow. Well, I know for some community members that may not have been the explanation that you would be looking for or you would be extremely excited about, but we wanted to get an opportunity to still be able to deliver that information to you to ensure that everyone is on the same page of understanding. And that's why this is a very relevant topic, so that homeowners won't have to be as frustrated now that you understand what the rules and guidelines are for this topic. So thank you so much for joining us for this episode of CCMC and Me, and we look forward to seeing you guys for the next episode. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.